Raw Comedy Podcast.
Welcome to the Raw Comedy Podcast. Brought to you by Bangkok's weekly open mic and home for stand-up comedy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the
Raw Comedy Podcast.
Good. That was the 10th time. It took 10 takes, but good. We got it. Good.
We did on the first time. It was you all by yourself that did 10 takes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I really wish I just sat down and thought of a formal opening, like on most decent podcasts. They have like a thing they say.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
Yeah.
There's other ones that just go right into conversation.
I like that.
I like Mark Maron. I would love when he first started. When I used to be into him, he'd just be like, all of a sudden, like 5 minutes of conversation, the guy would be like, "Are we recording right now?"
Yeah, that's great.
That's good.
He doesn't think about it; he just does it.
Yeah,
he's a pro.
Right.
Well, people do need warming up the conversation. I think when you
And
first start
live.
doing this.
What does Joe Rogan say? He said
He
that
starts
live.
Well, he just talks to them for like 30 seconds, and then there's the intro that's recorded that they just play. Joe Rogan podcast by day, train by night, or whatever the fuck that shit all day, which is kind of weird.
It is a funny one to say.
In the studio, yeah, but it's great.
Yeah.
He
Wait,
can
train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
All day. Yeah,
What?
all day. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
Genius.
Yeah.
He didn't think about it; he just did it.
He got COVID.
Yeah, he's COVID right now.
Yeah.
And it's weird how the media is like, it's like applauding it. Like,
Yeah, they're happy that
they're like, ooh, vaccine skeptic Joe Rogan has COVID.
I love it.
But they're saying he's fighting it with Victormin.
Yeah,
ivermectin,
ivermectin.
which is a deer dewormer
No.
or something.
So there's
It's
a lot of
deer.
confusion about this shit.
I don't know anything about it.
So come to the Raw Comedy Podcast for all your vaccine information.
Yeah.
But no, ivermectin is used for humans as well. So it's like it kills worms and shit, and it kills river blindness, crazy like parasitic bullshit that you get like it from Africa.
Wow.
And there is research that supports it.
Yes, but certain people they've heard that ivermectin is good at fighting COVID as like a prophylactic so that you don't get it. And if you do get it, it's good for treating it. Apparently, there's some evidence to that. But some people are just going and getting the ivermectin that's for horses and just taking it. But there's human ivermectin too.
Interesting. The only horse medicine I do is ketamine.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so you're already like kind of built
I'm
up.
already kind of like a built-up horse tolerance,
Yeah.
actually. What
I find it amazing, but I do find it amazing that everybody's like, yay, he got it.
Yeah, it's so fucking
weird.
like petty.
Yeah.
But
And he wasn't an anti-vaxxer.
No, he was just kind of skeptical, and he said
We all should be.
And he said,
we should.
what he said that pissed the establishment off so much is that people like under 20 who are healthy just shouldn't get it. And then he also said, "I'm not a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
Nobody should listen to me."
But then he just says something anyway.
Yeah, but it's like
It's pretty funny, though.
you
But he
gotta
should.
be
He gave
able to
his opinion.
trust people.
He
That's what he
gave
thinks.
his opinion
Yeah.
as a comic podcast, and I
Yeah.
know he's influential, but it's like, you guys make smarter
Listen, I'll
choices.
trust Joe Rogan. Fuck it. Whatever he says, I'll
By the
do what
way,
he says. I'll
out of
trust Joe
everything
Rogan.
that he talks about, health would be the number one thing, and I do trust him about. That guy's more healthy than anybody I know. The
He
guy's
is.
going to be the guy who lives to 150.
Yeah,
You know?
he could be. That'd be sick. Imagine being like the oldest dude in the world, and also having like a whole fun and exciting, famous life too.
I think being the oldest dude in the world from ages 100 up, I think it stops being fun.
No, but they gotta be.
Yeah, but if you're in
They know
good
what's
shape,
going on.
right? If you could go from you start peaking at say 40, 45, right? He started crushing it, and he gets a good 40-year run out of that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
If he's still jacked when
He
he's
will be.
80
Yeah.
a long time.
and still podcasting, if
Like,
COVID
think
doesn't,
about this.
if
From
COVID
I think he'll
doesn't
be
kill
healthy.
him.
From
That's all he's
90,
about.
if you live to be 120, so from 90 to 120s, like that's how much I've lived already, and I'm like, damn, that's a long fucking time.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're 90 to go that extra fucking 30 years.
As long as you have your like mental faculties still there,
I think if you're nutting, if you're still nutting on a good, like,
still get.
because why else would your life keep going if you are? Because we're here just to procreate. That's what I think.
That makes sense.
So if you can't nut, If you're just nutting dust, if you're just
So Lex, when you're 100 years old, and that's a big if,
yeah.
you're gonna be jerking off at 100.
I'm gonna have like fucking bionic.
It's kind of funny to think of it. Like you're like 105 years old and you're still just like watching porn on your phone.
Yeah. Still watching old Alina Leak. Like,
No, I'll be plugged
retro
in.
porn.
I'll be plugged into the Matrix by then, and I'll have a machine on my dick, and I'll just switch it on, and it'll be like, "Sir, you didn't come enough today," and I'd be like, "Fuck, I got to go to the doctor."
Gotta hit my quota.
Yeah.
Well, you would have bionic testicles that could just generate nut for you.
True, yeah.
Right?
So like they should be able to grow body parts in labs, and then you can just get like you can
robots.
get like Usain Bolt's legs,
Oh,
and then also his dick and balls.
Well, why
That's
would you
my
want-
goal right now. Make enough money to start getting cool bionic shit.
Yeah, I think, but I want like robotic shit because
So you get like robotic pelvis,
I want, like, a
so that you
robotic
can
ball sack.
fuck like a jackhammer.
sure, that'd be
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. But I think I would have, if I could replace anything in my body with robots, it would be my
Say the
ankles.
face. Say the face.
That's my face.
My
It's
brain.
my fucking head.
Yeah.
I would say my ankles actually would be amazing.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I had like full, if I was able to just chop my feet off and do full, like I can't do this with my ankles, dude. Like they'll fucking snap. I have the shittiest ankles. Like
Yeah.
if they just did, you don't have to look. I can just, just trust me.
They're shit. Oh, I've
They're
seen
fragile.
them. Yeah,
And
and you're kind of a big dude.
oh yeah, dude.
So like
top heavy.
that's a lot of weight supporting
Bro,
a little shitty birdie.
I used to roll my
ankles.
ankle like once a week, dude. Like growing up, it was like, I don't know.
So
it just hurts thinking about it.
so I got vaccinated last Friday with the AstraZeneca, and it went pretty smoothly. So I go to the thing. It took like half an hour, and they inject me with the thing, and I'm like, okay, cool. Doesn't feel like there's a microchip in there. I'm not retarded yet. All good. And then I went back home, and I'm working from home, right? So I still had a ton of work to do, and I felt like pretty okay. But then, like about 10 hours later, I just got this horrible stomach pang, you know.
Yeah. Like hungry.
And then no. And then I went to the bathroom and just diarrhea like intensely.
Did you eat anything before?
It wasn't a side effect from the vaccine or anything.
Oh.
I'm just telling you
What happened?
I'm just telling you what happened. That day.
Well, you got it in Thailand.
It's not
so
a side effect. It's not,
Yeah,
it
it's
just,
unrelated. It's just, that's just what I did that day.
Oh, I see.
and his arm itched a little bit. And that's it.
Yeah, my arm was a little sore.
So what caused the diarrhea? If it wasn't
No, I
the
just
vaccine?
had diarrhea. It was Friday. That's what caused it.
I was super sleepy. I got vaccinated. I got super sleepy that night. And then there was like a half hour where my arm felt like it was on fire for a hot minute.
Interesting.
And then I was just like, but it didn't like,
That was a
it
COVID.
didn't bother me. It was just more like, I just
COVID
meditated. It felt like, oh, I was aware of it. And then I went, but I was sleepy.
I actually, so the diarrhea thing is not even true. I was just workshopping a joke on you guys, but my arm got sore as fuck, like really sore. The next day, it was like I had been punched like 50 times in the arm, like that kind of soreness. I couldn't like really lift it.
That could have been the needle, though.
Hey, did you get
Yeah.
a massive erection like I did?
Yeah, but again, that wasn't a side effect.
Yeah, no, I mean either. I was just
It's
thinking.
just the nurse who injected me was hot, so it's just something about her penetrating my arm just gave me a boner.
When you told me about your diarrhea, that's what I got.
But actually, honestly, 12 hours after I got the vaccine at like 10 a.m. ish, and then at 10 at night, I got pretty lightheaded and like feverish, like hot and cold at the same time.
Okay.
And it lasted kind of all night. I slept kind of shitty, and then I was all right the next day. But I kind of felt like I was like, well, I haven't gotten COVID this whole time. Now I just kind of intentionally got this bullshit.
Yeah. Did you feel?
I felt a little bit like this might be stupid, especially if this keeps up. But it went away pretty quickly, and it wasn't like
Interesting.
I was scared that I was actually sick or anything. It was just mild fever.
You know what I realized when I'm there? Like they were presenting it to me, like, "Oh, this is it. Do you see that this is it?" And you're like, "You see how much it is?" And they're showing me the,
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude. I fucking don't believe in it anyway. Just,
Yeah.
just get it over it. Just get it over. I'm just doing it so I can get something on my Facebook. You know?
Yeah. I'm just doing it so I can put up that badge.
Yeah.
I have a
Do I
healthy
get
distrust
a
of government.
sticker that says I voted too? Come on.
Yeah.
I want that new profile pic.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, I almost didn't even want to bring it up because it was like we were talking about before we started recording.
Yeah.
How about just get vaccinated and shut the fuck up about it? You don't need to make a big thing.
Pretend you're God now that
Yeah.
you're vaccinated.
Unless you get
So
all 5 or 6 vaccines I don't want to hear about it.
Well, it's the same shit. Like
Like
same
if you
as
collect
voting.
them all like Pokemon, then I'm all about
Did you
it.
hear there was an old lady? This is how much you could trust Thailand in general. It's kind of her fault too, but anyway, this old lady went to get the AstraZeneca vaccine, and then she got it, and then there was some confusion. Like you go in the waiting area to wait for 15 minutes to make sure you don't have any adverse reactions, and then some nurse called her over, and she got another one. So she got 2 doses.
Is that good?
No, it's not good.
No.
She got 2 doses in like a half an hour.
Now
She didn't think to go, hey, I just got one.
She's the newest event. She's the newest Avenger.
She's
You didn't
a
hear
whole
about
Thailand.
it?
Right, you turn into fucking
Black
Captain
Widow.
Thailand.
Yeah, we're good.
Captain
Captain
Thailand.
Thailand. Did you say Black Widow? Dude, wait, so did she immediately start levitating and start like fucking wind flying around her and shit?
No,
Like,
she
did
just
get
got-
powers? Nah.
It was Sinovac, so
So did she die?
no, I don't know. I didn't follow up on it. She was probably fine.
All right, so if one, so 2. All right, so it doesn't mean shit to.
She's like, all right, now I don't need to come get another dose. Like, I don't know.
Is that how it works?
Need a booster.
I don't know. I don't think anyone really knows how it even works here. Like they're just copying America, dude. Like with
Yeah, but
they're just copying shit they see on like
Right.
on a house MD shit. Fucking like
that's sometimes
Scrubs.
that's how I feel when like you're filling out pointless forms here. Like we've talked about this before.
Go into
But
it.
like, so like, Fa rented a car once, right? And so we were going to a show in Pattaya. It wasn't even a show actually. We were the MCs of a hip hop concert. Anyway, so it's just like Fa's like, oh, it'll take like 5 minutes. We'll meet the guy. I gotta fill out the thing, and I was like, nothing in Thailand ever takes 5 minutes.
No.
And she's filling out this like giant fucking form, and there's so much bullshit on it that I don't know. The guy's not reading it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like they're just doing this because they saw on TV that like you're supposed to fill out forms. And like, you ever go to immigration here and it just takes fucking forever and you got to make photocopies of everything.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why the fuck do you guys even have computers?
Yeah.
You're clearly not using them
Minesweeper.
for anything.
You know what?
Yeah, they're playing solitaire and shit.
Yeah. You know what takes 5 minutes in Thailand? Long time.
Yeah. When,
Long time.
not even 5 minutes when I get that rub and tug from Chris's mom.
Maybe
Yeah.
15 seconds. That's
You know
all
what?
it
Just
takes.
go. We both feel bad about this.
The length of
That's
it.
usually how all my transactions.
Yeah, well, they've been kind of because they've been in the area for a while, right?
Right.
And when they do the upper thigh and they start kind of juggling your nuts, you know that
Talking about
shit.
the rub and tug?
Yeah, I'm talking about the rub and tug from your mom.
Oh, fuck, Bob. You know what's funny? I remember I got chicken pox twice. Speaking about diseases, I got I think, if my memory serves me correctly, I got chicken pox twice. Once in Thailand.
Is that what happened here?
And once as an adult.
That was
as well.
the pox. That wasn't
I am a
chicken
pox.
pox.
I am a chicken pox.
Like you had smallpox.
He got guy pox.
I got it here and I got it in Thailand. And I remember in Thailand, I don't know if I actually had it, but I remember my mom rubbing me with oil or something like that. Or was it maybe that was just like a rub and tug? Or was that just was that just a hot oil massage?
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of chicken pox on your dick? Is that why she was rubbing it?
She was just getting ready for work, actually. Just practicing for
Practicing.
Just practicing for work.
Did she? It was like, why didn't she use her hands? Why did she have to give you like a Nuru massage? Why did she have to do
A full body massage. Yeah, body to
Have
body.
you ever had a fucking air mattress massage, dude? It's the dumbest shit.
What is that?
It's just some dumb shit that a Japanese guy invented, probably. It's where a chick gives you a naked massage and you're covered in soap and oil.
No,
She's
I've
just
never
she's
had
just
one of
rubbing her
those.
soapy tits all over.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't? You fucking
No,
practicing.
never. Yeah. What are you talking about?
You mean you never went to a glass bowl where these women are
No,
standing
not
there with
glass
numbers
bowl.
on their
No,
chest?
hey, I'll have 72.
Yeah, why would you
Yeah.
ever know about? Yeah, we
Yeah,
wouldn't know
no,
either.
I've never done that.
Well, it's more like they introduce you on the street and call you into their shop
Yeah,
and take you upstairs.
sure.
For me,
No,
At
I've
least.
never done
or
that
at least
either.
from my friend I heard about it from. That's what he
Yeah.
told me. Yeah. Well, it
You,
was.
you could get foot massages again in Thailand. Isn't that great? They open up massage parlors for foot massage only.
Someone's
Hey,
waking in the
mister.
bots right now.
You know what's fucked up? Like I'm so glad that things are opening up again because I haven't been called handsome by a random Thai girl in months.
In years, dude.
Yeah, I haven't been like, hey, Mr. Handsome Man. I haven't
Right.
heard that.
Mm. Well, it's because it's not true.
I know, but I still want to hear it. So it's only foot massages
Are you back at work in the office?
No, I'm still working for a while.
Oh, but like around the neighborhood?
No, I just mean like I drove here and just seeing like shit is open and there's just people doing stuff
Can't
again.
wait.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
There's gonna be people on the streets soliciting sex and shit.
Yeah, so we're one step away from that. This is phase one.
We're almost back to the
Yeah.
real world here. Is this okay to keep?
It won't be real till I see Swedish people on Casson Road. That's what I think.
Yo, fuck those guys though.
Swedish. Where?
They're just like 7 foot tall Scandinavian dudes who are jacked.
Oh, dude.
I don't want
It's
to
like-
have
That's
to-
when Justin doesn't get called handsome there either.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cheating. Dude, I think it's like, honestly, being from like Sweden and coming to Thailand is like, whoever does that is the biggest cheater in life.
But why wouldn't you do it though?
Yeah. I would
It's
do
like just playing. It's like you're a human cheat code. Why would you not
You're
use
just
it?
a tall,
It's like that thing you say. It's like you're playing it on easy mode.
super easy mode. Living in Asia is so funny. Yeah, dude. Life here is, I was thinking about like, if you comparing life here to America or anywhere back home in the West, I feel like just everything is easier because people just give it up easier. I'm talking about fucking, but I don't know. Are we allowed, should we take,
No,
keep it on that,
a lot of that stuff was funny. Let's keep it.
You're talking about
The massage stuff was funny.
Let's keep talking about,
Okay, I trust
Faz's smoking hot friend
sure.
was texting her saying like, so she's on Tinder and she texted Fa going like, I like this guy on Tinder, but he's not really giving me enough like attention. What should I say?
Wow.
And then Fa asked me like, what should and I was like, I don't know, just send a picture of your tits or say, hey, do you want to come fuck me? Like that would work pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, no, you can't say that. What should she actually say?
What do you fucking want?
And I was like, I'm not going to help this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Like,
Why not?
he's the one who should be figuring out how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or else
Fucking
he's not
right.
worth it.
Nope.
Yeah. You
Right.
can't get pussy you can't get.
Yeah, dude.
That should be a
Dude,
rule.
Dude, this
Not
guy
fair.
doesn't know. Here's what I'll do. I'll text him and be like, this girl wants to fuck you. Like, no, I'm not going to do
No,
that.
that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's like some dick
High school
rider shit.
bullshit.
Yeah, who does that? I remember.
That's how it always happened in high school. Her
This
friend
guy.
would tell your friend.
Right. Such cowards. They
Yeah.
just tell us how they what they really want.
Hey,
how,
Allie likes you.
many, how many times have you been shut down, like just straight up by? Remember you had that story last time. How was it? You puked and it was weird.
Yeah.
Is that the story you told?
Yeah.
Right. Anything besides that? Have you ever been shut down? Or Lex, have you ever been just shut down?
Last time I got of course. Yeah. Fucking shooters got to shoot. Last time I got shut down, I thought it was pretty funny because it was out with like this she like comedian improviser chick, right? And we went out just for coffee. We had hung out, and I thought maybe I had a chance, and took her out, and then I was like, oh, let me buy you something. So I just was making sure that I was paying for it because I had asked her out, but she was a little like standoffish. And I just get the vibe already that it was like, oh, this ain't gonna go up. But I'll just be honest about it.
Oh, that sucks.
But I did also. I just said when we were talking about the money, I was like, no, don't worry about it. I asked you to come out here. I just expect a hand job or something like that, And
You said that?
Yeah, I said it right like that.
Yeah.
And it was such an obvious. It was such an obvious joke, but her face got so deadpan, and I was just like, imagine if somebody actually did that. It's like I couldn't believe that.
You did
Right?
that.
You tried to play it off like you were just doing improv.
No, I was completely joking. That's my
Right,
sense of humor, is to just be like, I feel like I could sense that there was an uncomfortableness, so I did it to break a joke by saying like, this is what you're scared of. I'll just address it right away.
Things were
instead of being-
awkward.
No, it was cool. It was everything was cool because we had hung out before. But then I just threw in this joke when I felt like she was a little uncomfortable.
So it was
and
like-
she
so
knew.
you're
like,
She knew it was just
ooh.
that there was like a half a second when then she laughed like hysterically. But and I was like, and then I just said like, I could tell you're not into it. Like you could see, like I did ask you out because I thought there might be something there, but there's not. So I want you to know we're cool anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want you to feel. That's why I said that. I was like, I don't want you to feel like you owe me anything.
Except the hand job.
Because no,
Yeah.
I just like you know what I meant.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
But that's how I got a hand job
Yeah.
out of her. That's not true.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's always nice when a girl will give you the clear, I'm
Yes,
not interested.
totally.
We've already talked about this. But
On
she'll give you
here?
the clear, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, okay, cool. So we'll just keep talking. I'll just talk to you differently now.
Repetition
Yeah.
is good though.
Because the most annoying thing is when you're not hitting on a chick
And she
and she
assumes-
thinks that you're hitting on her.
Yes.
So annoying.
And you're not. It's like, so you're with your friend and his girlfriend and then her friend or something. And you're like in line at the club And you'd be like, so what's up with you? Like, what do you? And she'll be like, and you're like, I'm just fucking. I wouldn't even. You're like a 6.
Right.
I wouldn't be doing this. I mean, yes, I would fuck you, but that's not what's happening right now.
Interesting. She's got a good. I feel like for a chick though, like think about the 80,
gotta have your guard
like,
up.
Like 85% of that interaction they receive is someone trying to fuck them.
That's true
for sure.
Yeah.
And the other 15% is like friends and like their parents or their dad or whatever from guys. You know what I mean? But 85%, even if it doesn't seem
dick
like
thrown
it,
at them all over.
Right.
dick is constantly.
But it
thrown
is
at 'em.
infuriating when that's not what you were doing, and then that's how they react to it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I wasn't even.
Trying to be a good dude here.
Yeah, I'm just making conversation.
Trying to treat you
with
like a human
being.
and you're sexualizing it.
Right. Yeah. Don't make me feel like a
You know what
piece of
sucks
meat
is
right
when
now.
you do that, but they would still. But the thing is, they would still fuck you, and you kind of don't. You actually don't know.
You just tell yourself that, Chris, because you convince yourself that almost every girl would be
down the fuck.
Yeah. And then when they don't,
Not me
then
now,
you
though.
convince yourself that they're.
I'm turning this way. I'm convinced that every girl is down to fuck a version of me. So if I got into that tip top shape, they would totally fuck me. I'm not.
So wait, if you said exactly the right thing,
as the right,
or do you mean like if you went to the gym for a few months?
I'm just saying there's a combination of everything, and if I'm the right combination, then I can set off
So
that chick's
if
radar.
she was just the right amount of depressed,
Everything.
and you said the
If
perfect
everything is
thing,
a
She
factor.
got
Everything's
pushed
a factor.
into the
it's the universe.
the Gookaverse of Chris's Gookverse. There'd be somebody. Eventually, she would fall through and find
On one of the
proper
timelines.
Chris.
But yeah, exactly. And the thing is, a lot of just finding chicks is all about timing. That sounds so great because we all got.
So once they're vulnerable,
but it's just timing basically. It's just
when they're drunk.
No, I'm just saying like when it's
saying the worst things.
The timing. That's not incorrect actually.
That is.
It's a great time to make. That's a great time to make a new friend, and just get the sex part out of the way, and then you guys can just focus on each other as people. And being drunk is a good lube. It kind of just But I don't understand how people can do that because my dick can barely work if I'm any more than like 4 drinks. Then like I'm not, dude. I can't.
Dude,
I'm not going to be able.
The best is when you're just the right amount of drunk.
Yeah.
Where you're fully torqued, but you can't come. You give her one of those porn star fucks.
Yeah, that's great.
Which almost never happens.
Yeah.
Usually it's
first date.
Either limp dick as fuck or
dude.
insert pull out nut, and then she gets nothing
I have
out of
so
that.
many limp dick
See,
stories.
that's how I know I'm a born performer because if it's game time,
Yeah.
I just pull out a camera and make sure my dick gets hard like that.
Right.
Well, someone's keeping your dick accountable. With
Yeah.
the camera.
Because like if there's a new chick that you hook up with her for the first time, and you give her a shitty fuck,
No, it's not happening.
It's not-
she's
you don't see her again.
she's not gonna
No,
stick around.
Of course
No,
not.
you know, yeah.
You give her a good one, and then boom, she's in love with you.
Yeah.
And you got this now.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you give her, usually you get like a courtesy one. Maybe you guys were drunk on the first one. But if you give her another one and it was bad,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, you're done.
Totally.
That happened to me many times.
That's happened a few times.
I just never gave her a good
sure.
one.
Yeah.
Never gave her a
Yeah.
good one.
That's-
And even like, within
What's-
a relationship, you got to give her a good one.
Yeah, what's
Not just the fuck. You got to give her a good one.
Well-
At least like once a week.
what's the quickest you ever been with a chick? What's
do you
the
mean
least amount?
quickest?
What's the quickest you ever finished with a chick?
Three thrusts.
No, like-
is that what you mean? Like,
Yeah, what's the
that's-
quickest you've ever finished with a chick?
Not even fully. It wasn't even one pump and dump.
Wow.
I feel like I've
No,
already
that should
talked
be
about this
too,
on this.
actually.
So I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I was like 18 probably, 18 or 19. And we were like making out and cuddling and naked and shit for like hours, but she just wouldn't let me fuck her.
Wow.
And then, so I was just like, I had a boner for like 4 hours.
Wow.
And then finally she was like, okay, fuck me. And my dick touched her vagina.
All right.
And then I pulled out and nutted everywhere.
Wow.
Like I didn't even fully go in.
That's hilarious.
That's the fastest.
And what did she do? She just left?
She got
Got
mad.
angry, right?
She got mad that I messed up the sheets and and all this buildup, and then that's what it leads to. Like she was
Well, you can't.
hoping
She,
for a good
well,
fuck.
she was like just.
She was teasing me for like
Yeah, dude. She
hours.
was keeping the coals like. What's a good analogy here? Because this is a perfect analogy for like. she was like cooking a chicken, but she was like just like fucking like she keeps buttering it and just puts it back for 5 minutes and buttering it and adding
Right.
Maybe that's
I don't know. This analogy is kind of falling apart.
Fuck.
Sorry,
What if it's like
I know it needs it.
I know.
Come on, Chris, you got it.
Let's go. It's like gilding the lily. It's like
jerking off a dick and then stopping right.
Stopping
Yeah, it's like
edging.
edging.
Edging, right? Okay, but I don't know. It's like okay. It's like when you eat a slice of pizza and you just let's say it's your last slice. So you eat. This is already can tell it's gonna be a terrible analogy, but you're eating. You're like you're just taking bites and just saving the cheesiest part for last or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's a terrible analogy. I fucking told you. God damn it! What's a good analogy? We don't need
to pause here and come up with a good. It's too bad you just didn't come up with one right on
But it's so perfect though. It is. Like
no, it is a lot like what Lex said. It's when you almost make a guy come
right
for 4 hours.
Well, she's an idiot. She doesn't understand that it's like.
But then the thing is, I could have because I was fucking 18 at the time, so I could have given her another one in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I had ruined the mood by just nutting.
Well, it was her inexperience as well.
Yeah.
But
were you wearing a strap?
Kind of shitty.
No, this is my girlfriend though.
Yeah. Well, you weren't ready for that like smooth skin to skin action. Like,
No, you
weren't ready for that
because everything was so amazing.
Right, but as an 18-year-old, you can't handle that. It's
you're just like it's overwhelming.
Yeah, bro.
And actually, this same girl, like we used to just like dry hump and make out and stuff, and I would just nut in my pants, and then I would kind of like not feel like making out with her anymore.
Yeah, you just palm her face.
And then she'd be like, it's like not as, and I'm like, yeah, can we just like watch a movie or something? Yeah. And then she would want to keep going because it's still fun for her.
It's so hard to
and
keep
now
going.
I just have nut in my pants, and I gotta like hide it from her somehow.
Yeah. Well, and you do. That's crazy.
You know,
that's
what's crazy is if you had the balls at the time to just say like, I nutted my pants, she'd think that was really cool that she did that to you.
Maybe
she would. I almost guarantee, and you could probably ask any girl now if that happened back then, she would have thought it was funny and want to do it to you again.
I don't know though.
Yeah,
because this is the same girl that yelled at me for jizzing on insertion.
Just nutted in your pants.
Yeah, I just nutted in my pants, and then sometimes we would keep doing it. So we're like dry humping with clothes on and making out, and it would get hard again. And I'm like, all right, I'm down for this.
Damn it! I had a point to add on, but I totally forgot what it was.
Yeah, you got all turned on by his erections.
By my 18-year-old premature ejaculation.
But that's how. Here's the thing: that was your girlfriend, and you liked her, and you still couldn't even didn't want to go back and do it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He needs a 5 minute.
Yeah, I just
5 minute. Like, what the fuck am I doing in my life?
Yeah, I need 5 minutes to go. At least try to clean up a little bit and then come back.
If you,
there's a moment we all know. Even if you're like, there's also you could take it and be like, wow, that was really fun. I just got to nut, with this girl. There's a time of appreciate. It's definitely not a time for more. Sex.
Yeah. No. Because. I have so many girls. It's just been like as soon as I
it's the one time.
As soon as
the only time.
A lot
for about 5 minutes, where you don't want to fuck.
I'd say it was mutual with lots of girls. Not mutual, but with multiple girls I've had where, and you'll end up saying this feeling is mutual. But I've nutted and it's like, fuck. I'm just gonna I just don't just get her. I want to just be alone for a minute. I don't want to. No. Right.
Especially if you don't really like her.
Yeah, I don't like her. I'm like, she was just hot and I did it and now I don't want to deal with the hanging out for 2 hours while I wait for a ride.
I remember I had this booty call. It's one of the worst things I did in California. Not in California, in just in life in general. I remember I had this booty call from this girl that I was hooking up with, and I wasn't really that attracted to her, but it was just easy. And she's really close to my house.
Just easy.
And she would make me nut so quick from blowjobs that it was almost kind of bothersome, but that because she was a little heavy. It was the only that was the biggest girl I ever been with, and she actually did suck dick like the jokes say. Yeah, so I was like, God, what a cliche. Yeah. I don't know. I've never really been one.
It's a stereotype for a reason.
I've just always been nervous because I'm so fat. I don't want to break any furniture. I don't want to be causing that. So anyway, this is the point. I just remember one time I nutted, and then she said some shit in the bed, that pillow talk of just and I was just like, ugh, I don't even like you as a person.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to go have a cigarette. And I just got all my shit in my hands. I just walked out in my underwear. I just walked down. She was in upstairs of a cottage in California. I walked down the stairs, got in my car, and drove away. And then just block.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, you did.
Damn.
I've never done that. I've never like blocked a chick or like
Just
been
ghosted her
blocked.
like that.
Yeah.
But I've definitely
5 minutes clarity is beautiful,
Yeah.
man. So happy.
I
Good
remember
for her, too.
One time I hooked up with this chick, and afterwards, I didn't like her, but I wanted to fuck her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then after, but here's the thing. You know what's cool is well, so we woke up in the morning, and then she left. She left, but she was like waiting for me to walk her out, and I didn't. I'm just like, all right, see you later. And she left, and then we met. Like I saw her again like 2-3 years later. Mm-hmm. And we sat down and we talked, and she's like, I'm like, how come you never came over again? She's like, oh, because we fucked, and then you just didn't even walk me to the door or anything. You're such a fucking like a piece of shit. You're such a scumbag. Yeah. Like I just fucked you. Like that's like.
Hey, why didn't you ever come over again? Because you fucked me and then ignored me and didn't even walk me out. Yeah. Yeah. Because you act all nice. Yeah.
Because you were nice up until the point where you went, and then you
changed forever.
Yo, I had a girl once. This is back home in Canada.
Yeah, hold on,
okay, go ahead.
But then I fucked her again later.
Oh, nice. And then you didn't walk her.
I did, and I walked her out. I got a taxi with her, and I'm like, sorry that I was such a dick the first time.
Nice.
I'll see you later.
I had this chick. I was seeing her.
Did you see her? Wait, did you see her later?
Yeah, and then she had a boyfriend or something. So whatever. She found someone better than me. Clearly.
Yeah.
The next day,
and it's not really a high bar. Just a dude who like walks her to the door.
The taxi driver drove her away.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He actually cares if I get home.
The first time she compared you to another man, she was like, "Oh wow, yeah, that's right."
So this chick, I don't want to give any details or anything, but so
come on, Justin, give it up.
So it took me like a little while. I had to go on a couple dates, kind of thing. Sure. Do that thing where you have to kind of lie about where you guys stand.
Yeah.
And then like a few weeks later, after we had fucked a few times, she was like, "Remember before we had sex and you were nice?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that an eye opener for you at all?
Well, I was like, yeah,
but
I'm not gonna be nice again.
What?
I didn't say that, but that was my thinking. I wasn't down to have a relationship.
It was because I know you're a nice person. So what? She was just you just weren't into.
No, it's just I was down to fuck her, but I wasn't down to be in a relationship with her. Yeah. So I was kind of like hinting at it.
Yeah.
But it's like that does make you feel like a piece of shit though, because like some dudes are super handsome and they can just like have one night stands with chicks,
right?
And it's no problem.
They understand.
And they know that that's what's going on. This guy has a fucking six pack, and I'm just gonna get some dick tonight.
Right.
But for guys more on our level, we have to play the evil game a little bit. We gotta like convince them that we're nice and that they would have a meaningful relationship with us. And then,
it's a lie.
And then as soon as you nut, you kind of change your mind.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I feel like it's so sincere. Funny. Up until that point where I'm like,
yeah,
what am I doing?
No, it is.
I was in a coma for the last 20 years.
What did I do?
It is sincere until you nut.
Yeah, and then it's a moment of clarity where you're like, is this somebody I really care? That's why I said earlier when you're like, there is a moment where you could also reflect and be like, wow, this is great. This is like something, like this is not a...
No, I actually
trick
like
myself.
her.
Yeah, because you're tricking yourself too. It's not you. Your own chemistry and everything is tricking you.
No, it's like my brain actually likes her too, not just my dick and balls.
Yeah.
Not just my dick and balls. I don't know. I just feel like the fact when a girl is, it sounds bad maybe, but like just the easier it is, the more appreciative. Also, the more grateful. If it's easy, if it's easy to get laid and she's hot. And she doesn't expect too much, right? That's like incredible. That's like
then
if you could just really lower the bar for me to act like a man, I could maybe just squeeze underneath.
Right, because a girl wants you to jump through all these hoops for her, and it's like, well, listen, like we all, if you just sniff me out, if you just like kind of like just look at me for a little bit, you could probably tell that
I'm a dog.
That also helps. I think as we get older, we get to be more ourselves. So it gets easier, and you could put right.
Yeah, sure. Another version though of like what I kind of disagree with. If it's too easy,
then it's not. You don't care at all.
Then and you didn't even really invest anything in it.
Right,
and then
that's
she
the
expects you to be like all nice afterwards and expects more from you.
Right.
It's kind of like, you know, like they always say the exact same thing. Every one night stand I've ever had, the girl will be like, "Oh, I never do this, but it's just you're so blah blah blah," and I'm like, I'm not that handsome, and I wasn't even nice to you.
Yeah, plus you didn't ask me to wear a condom.
So get the fuck. You do this shit every weekend, and I know it. You just need to say that little thing so that you don't feel like a slut. Right. But it's I didn't even invest anything, and now I get it. But now you expect me to keep investing.
Right. I already saw it inside of
a lot of this is going to come off as sexist.
But can we just clarify? It's like if it's a girl that you actually you've had that situation and you actually really like the girl.
Yeah,
it was more than just sex involved, and then you're like, I want to get involved with it.
Yeah.
But if it's not, and you're just like, then you're kind of girls do that same shit too. It's just they might have different words for it, you know, and they might describe it in a different way, but they're treating the situation exactly the same. And maybe we don't phrase it the way you like it, but they're doing the same shit, and I know that because I have girlfriends, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously you stuck around with them for reasons like you...
Oh, no, but actual
works.
Friends who are girls. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
Who have had this conversation where I don't have to talk about it in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship because then you never really get the truth, or they always are surprised like, what? What are you talking about? Guys are sending me dick pics. Yeah, we know they are.
Yeah.
You know? You're fuckable. I'm fuckable. That's why we fuck each other.
Yeah.
You know?
It is amazing, though, how some women just play that naive card all the time. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, he's so nice. I'm like, he's being nice because he wants to fuck you.
He's waiting for me to leave the front door so he could go slip in the back.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't think he's like that.
No, he's just a friend.
Nice.
He's just cool.
Get the fuck out of here.
But you know what? I like it because that's less emotional support that I have to give them out of myself. Go get it from somebody else. It's superficial and feels good for you, and whatever. Then
I've never been like. I think we're saying the same thing here. I've never been the jealous type. Where if some if some dude is flirting on my girl, flirting with my girl, I'm like, dude, go for it. You're wasting your fucking time.
Right. Totally.
Go ahead and be charming and funny and all of this shit because you're not gonna get anywhere.
Exactly.
I've never understood the and if you would take it like fully, like let's say this has never happened to me, but say like I walked in on my girl fucking some dude.
Nice.
And then and then I'm just like,
you walked in out of the closet.
I'm getting
hey, I didn't expect this either. You know?
Hey, this is nice.
Surprise.
No, but I've never understood the snapping and like beating up the dude.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Right,
he's
totally.
Unless
I'm
you knew
supposed
him.
to.
If he knew you.
Yeah, if it's your buddy, that's totally different.
No, what
But
about
if
your
it's-
boss or like just a dude you knew?
someone
What if it's a
else.
taxi driver
But
again?
I'm saying
that guy gets laid.
Same fucking guy. That guy fucks.
Anybody that knows your
No, I mean a total stranger.
anybody who knows your relationship.
Total stranger. It's not his fault. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Exactly.
Actually, I should want him to want to fuck
Exactly.
you.
Right.
Yep.
You're the one who shouldn't do it.
I'd be like, I know, right, guy?
Yeah.
All right, now get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, be like,
And you're in real trouble.
Right. The other thing would be just like, oh, thank God, now I can fuck other
I
chicks.
can fuck another chick.
You know?
Yeah. Or you could just do that anyways and just lie about it.
Or not lie about it. See if you can get away with it.
Get away with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
I just, I don't know.
You just don't get laid, so you don't have to worry about it. Good job.
I just cut my dick off, basically. Yeah.
But you know, when you get laid, we're all in relationships.
Right.
You can't talk. Nobody wants to hear about how you fucked your girlfriend. It's not interesting.
No, this is
I can make it interesting.
Yeah, if it was like very detailed.
First time.
But like you can't just like brag to your buddies about how you fucked your girlfriend of several years. Your fiance. It's just not an interesting story.
What's too real? We don't want to hear about like. We want to hear. We don't
Well,
want to
also
hear
because I have to interact with her too,
Right.
so I don't want to know.
So you don't want to.
I don't want to sexualize her.
Oh yeah,
and
tell
it's
me more
also-
about how you fuck your
it's
fiance.
just-
Tell me more about how you fuck
it's
your
like
wife.
it's just not. It's just not noteworthy.
Yeah, I don't like. I've ran into couples that like talk about their sex life like openly, and it's like they've been together for a minute, and it's like, come on, you guys.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go fuck each other? Like, leave me alone.
Right.
Leave me out of this.
I don't tell you guys about the sex I have with my girlfriend because I don't want you guys to see how degrading I am to her, just to make her
You're
come.
such a piece of shit.
You do it for her.
I do
though.
it for her. I don't want to. I love her. She's great. But
you would rather just missionary love make.
yeah, I want to make love to her, but
But
instead,
she wants her head in the toilet.
Yeah, horrible stuff.
Yo, what if there's like something like when you go to heaven, you get every time you ever had an orgasm with a chick, like you get to see them again before you die or something,
dude.
or
this
like
is
in heaven.
This is, by the way, the most broy.
No, that would be an amazing movie, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what you take out. Once you take Rick out of now
Yeah.
it's three guys who actually get laid. We can talk about it.
Suck
Rick,
it,
we miss you, Rick.
dude. I've had that same kind of daydream, not about like heaven, but I was like, yo, what if every girl you've ever fucked,
like,
you just had like access to them at all times?
That'd be amazing.
So you could like call. Like you get
So they're like Pokemon,
you get like the
basically.
lineup.
The Rolodex.
yeah, they're like Pokemon.
I choose you, and you throw out fucking
And then
Amanda.
they're all lined up, and you'd be like, all right, you, and you. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah, that'd be incredible, and that would be like. Well, it's
'Cause,
also
like-
looking at them like women or
I would just
animals.
like to know-
but yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's fucking amazing. Actually,
I would like to know the surprises that are there, the ones that I forgot. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you.
Oh shit!
like now that I'm
It's
older,
down there.
dude, when I was younger, like getting laid when I was like 24 to like 30, 24 to 28, like it was like
Big dry spell.
it was an amazing. No, it was like the best time of my life. Probably right now I'm in a relationship, so it's different.
So
It's
it
fucking-
just doesn't matter
It
anymore.
doesn't matter anymore, right? It's
Yeah.
weird, and like I wish it mattered, dude. I wish I could go back and just like play the game and just like.
But that's what I tell myself because
I just-
you have a good looking girlfriend, and that's what
Yeah,
I tell
she's
myself because I
beautiful.
think my girlfriend's pretty hot. So I just remind myself every once in a while when I want to throw her over the balcony
Right.
that I'm like, if my 15-year-old self saw me today,
Yeah,
he'd be like, "You're killing it.
Yeah.
You're killing it in life."
Yeah, but I'm not 15 anymore.
That's why I kind of like smoking weed with my girl, because like I'll be all high and I'll be like, damn, she's pretty fucking hot. Like, and you just because it makes you notice shit on a deeper level.
Yeah, attractive shit.
Um,
But you get attracted to weird shit.
But it is kind of the curse of being a dude, though.
Yeah.
That it's after a while, it's just like, yeah, sure, it's the sex is nice, but it's like kind of fundamentally unfulfilling.
Yeah,
And
it's against our biology.
Right. We used to be so fulfilling when we were
We've sacrificed something
Yeah.
that used to matter a lot to
Yes.
us, and it still does,
That's what
but
drove us.
we're ignoring it.
It's what made us the people we
And
are.
and
And not only that, we
they
lose.
don't, and
you
they
like you said,
don't
we
they
lose.
don't
They
care.
know.
They don't care that you're.
Give a
They're
fuck.
like, yeah, obviously you should do that.
yeah.
No.
Then they don't think that you've made any kind of sacrifice at all.
Yeah.
They
What I don't
appreciate
think
it.
is they don't understand the repercussions of you losing that part of your soul.
Yeah, I
That's
think some
true.
girls do. I think some girls
Yeah,
get
so-
it.
I
Some
think-
girls understand.
I know my girl is trying to get it, but it's like
girl
it's
gets
still every once in a while.
My girl gets it because I think if it's like, all right, if I can, you want me to be a great guy, right? You want me to be a great man, all right? Then I gotta go just do.
I
Great
gotta
things.
do-
I gotta
I
go
gotta
fuck
do-
the hottest chicks in the world.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'll always love you. You're number one in the heart.
Yep.
But you want me to be great. You want to step in the way of my greatness, all right?
Yeah.
You gotta-
And the thing,
gotta
she's
step
still
aside.
got to know that you have it in you, that you have that potential. Otherwise, she'll stop being interested.
That's
in
the
you.
biggest thing. Is that you lose all the things that made you attractive in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's a slow
Totally.
whittling
Totally.
down of you being useless to her.
Right, but you gotta. That's why you gotta always kind of remind her,
Yeah.
and you gotta like fucking like, at least like flirt with some
Yeah, what
chick.
do we gotta do,
For some,
Jeff?
just keep your blade a little bit sharp.
Keep her blade sharp.
It's a weird analogy.
Sharpen my blade on her mouth.
Yeah.
Just all sharpen my blade on her vagina. Just
That's a bad image.
It's aggressive.
no, I mean like my blade is my dick.
Right.
Either way, we don't want to hear
What?
it.
You're not a true soldier unless you get blood on your sword.
See, I've never had period sex.
No, what a pussy.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I've never enjoyed period sex. I've had
You've had it.
I've had it like 3 times.
He
Yeah.
gets his period all the time.
I've had period sex 3 times. I remember. Yeah.
He gets his period all the
my-
time.
I fuck when I'm on my period.
My period came when I was fucking 3 times. I don't do period sex is
It is. It's especially because that post
Oh,
nut kind of
no.
like sex is a bit gross. So when you're
Sex is
done,
gross.
but then you pull out your dick and it's like got fucking like purple clumps
No,
on,
but
like
it's
at
like-
the end of the period, and you're
No,
just
no.
you've just nutted and you're like,
Some weird afterbirth
oh,
mix.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's like fucking like brown.
It looks like you got punched in the nose and then you blew a snot rocket a
Yeah,
week later.
yeah.
That's
dude. It's like well, it's like, dude. I swear, but But don't you like feel the inner caveman when you pull your dick out and you see all that blood around your dick? Like,
Well, you're like fucking Conan the Barbarian or some shit.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just probably like.
No, I usually just go, ugh. And I usually, you always have to kind of
You just come harder.
You got to kind of tell the girl, to be like, yeah, you're kind of still on your period there.
Dude, I remember one time, just like the hotel I was staying at, and
you fucked their full flow.
White
It just
sheets.
looked like a murder scene.
Dude, it was fucking. It was crazy.
I've done that.
It smells like iron.
It was a murder scene, but not because she was on her period. It's just because I murdered her. But yeah, dude, for sure.
I did. I wrecked some sheets once. Well, I didn't. I helped wreck some sheets once, and then we tipped him. I just felt bad. This is.
I threw the sheets.
Don't call the cops. We just love each other very much.
The first,
everybody's fine.
The first apartment I had.
It wasn't
in
even
Bangkok,
with a chick I
It was dude. I knew it.
Dude, it wasn't with a girlfriend or anything. Just a chick I knew.
The first apartment I had in Bangkok, like 8 years ago, we had that same thing, and so I had thrown out the sheets and gotten new sheets, but it went all the way into the mattress, and then the fucking landlord like noticed, so I had to buy a new mattress.
Can't flip a mattress over.
It was all the way through.
All the way through. Oof, she was fertile.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why it works. I don't know how that works. I don't know anything about a vagina. Guys, I've never had sex. I don't.
What do you smell the mattress? The blood is thick in this young nubile.
It's one of the grossest things. I used to clean out foreclosed houses as a job in California, and in one of these houses, a woman was this old lady. The mattress was like
dipped in period au jus.
It was all bodily fluids. All body fluids that could happen through this mattress.
Oh shoot!
Oh shoot!
Where you have it in that little
like
beaker thing with a spout, so you can put it on your steak.
Period au jus. It's like I fucking fold a mattress up like a French dip, and I just.
It's part of your charcuterie platter.
If I was a giant man, I would pinch mattresses and eat bloody mattresses.
What?
I don't know.
Sorry, Lex, you were in the middle of saying something that wasn't retarded.
This woman had a mattress that was covered in fluids.
All types of fluids that you would assume, right?
So like diarrhea, piss.
Is she old?
Period.
All the way through. I think she might have passed away. She might have moved to an old person's home. But my job was to get out all the garbage. They had a dumpster there, or whatever, right? Most of it was already done by the time I got there. But the dude had told me about the mattress, and it went all the way through because I was like, what the is that in the bedroom? And it was just this. It went all the way into the carpet and the floor, right? So I don't have to clean it up. Oh. I do have to vacuum some shit or whatever, but that's what it was. I turned on the vacuum and it kicked up, and the smell, and then I just started yakking. It was one of the grossest things that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was just because it wasn't just once. That's what I was thinking. It's like who knows how long that was happening to that person.
So was this person just like an invalid or something? Like
maybe so old. I don't know. I didn't meet him. I didn't hang out with him. It was just like you get a job from a bank and then they go make you clean out houses.
Oh.
You know? Sometimes you just do quick maintenance, like everything's all good. Sometimes it's all a big mess. Yeah.
Fucking
it's
assholes.
really shitty.
How much do they pay you to do that?
Depends on the job.
Not
Depends
enough.
on the size.
And then did you have to clean up your own puke?
I never went back. I was just done. I was like, this is over my pay grade.
Oh, you quit.
I was like, this is not healthy. That's biological, right? And it's that shit. Like I was.
We got gloves on. I don't even got rubber gloves on.
Yeah.
Just a dude
with a Toyota.
Dude, that's disgusting. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any gross mattress stories. I remember I bought in college. I bought a used mattress for like $10, and that was my mattress for like 4 years, bro.
Yeah.
But I moved to college.
You ever noticed
in college?
The poorer you are, the closer you live to the floor.
Yeah, dude. I bought a used mattress too. The last place I lived before moving here, I bought a used mattress from this black chick, and then I went to pick it up with my roommate's dad. And then he was like, "You bought a used mattress from a black woman?" And I was like, "Why does that part matter?"
Dad, you're right. Yeah, I hate to tell you this.
It was my friend's dad. It wasn't my dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a scumbag for buying a used mattress."
Yeah.
And actually, the girl's kind of hot, so I'm down to have her.
I'm down to sniff this mattress.
You gotta smell this mattress.
Sniff this mattress for years.
My My last mattress I bought was when I
and-
left that Soapy Massage. I was like, hey, you guys gonna use that? You mind if I just take it home with me? Just walk out with it.
Dude, but
but what I was gonna say though, that mattress, no frame on the floor.
Oh yeah, it pushed into the corner.
Yeah,
Laptop sitting on top.
definitely.
T-shirt with the multiple jizz stains sitting on the corner.
Living like a king.
shoved in the side.
You should just take the massage table home with you, or even work. How much would you have to pay? Like, could I just live here? Could I pay rent?
Where do you want to live? Under her. Right there.
I feel like the air mattress was invented specifically for the new room massage, and then they're like, "Oh, you know what? We can repurpose this. Like, people can sleep on it and like can be useful." It's like,
it's kind of like how like a lot of innovations in the internet come from porn.
The new room massage.
The new room.
It's like I'm a teacher. I'm the head of the new room massage department of my elementary school.
Teach massage.
I just teach massage. I'm the head of the new room massage. Dude, the new room massage is like just the dumbest and the most hilarious and amazing thing.
Well, it's very
so
Japanese
dumb.
because I think prostitution, like penetration, is illegal there, but everything up to that is not
so
illegal.
dumb. But it's
so
just
that's
like
their little
it's literally
workaround.
like, yo, we're gonna make your tits really soapy, and then you're just gonna glide up and down on.
How
top
is that
of it.
stupid?
This is
that,
great. Yeah,
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But it's hilarious how like we've evolved to make that thing,
it's a
that
great
that
fucking
desire.
idea.
Some guy's like, fuck, man, I wish there was a place I could just sit on an air mattress and this bitch could just rub, or this chick. I'm sorry, this.
I
woman
would like a
just rub her
big
soapy tits on
pool
me.
of soapy women, and I could just go in there and just
Yeah,
swim around.
right, that would be
I wouldn't
nice.
even be trying to have sex. I just want to have
Soapy,
all body
right.
all over the place.
Yeah, just
Like, I wanna-
body surfing.
I want
Yeah,
a
you
Scrooge
love-
McDuck pussy.
Yeah.
McDuck like bank vault full of pussy.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
Duck tip.
So
But
like,
not pussy, like a soapy massage.
if
Sure, that'd be amazing.
if Islam was like the one true religion,
Which
and,
it is.
and you martyred yourself for the cause, and you went to heaven, and there was 72 virgins. What's half of 72? It's
36.
36.
So
Is
what?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 36. So this is what you would. You could have a lot of fun with the 72 chicks, right?
Sure.
So here's what I would like: have them line up. 36.
I'd murder the first two just to put
Just
the
to make it
rest
even.
of the 70 on notice.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, just to let the other 70 put on notice. What's up? All right. I know I'm the one who just died here, but who's the boss? You know?
Yeah. Can you do that in heaven? But anyway.
Yeah, it's heaven. You can do anything you want.
It's not heaven for them.
They're my virgin. Yeah.
They're my virgins.
my virgin.
So make them all line up, and then just like run down and just slap all their asses.
Oh, that's good.
And then make them turn around and then slap all their titties, and then give them just
so
one pump each. And you just gotta go down the line.
You said
with
this
the
on
one-
stage.
I said it
when you started. When you first started comedy, this is one of the
it was
first.
one of the
jokes.
first jokes I ever told.
So
I couldn't tell.
It didn't really. It's not even really a joke. It's just like, yo,
A
here's
dream. It's just a dream.
here's what I
It's
would
a young
do.
child's dream.
Here's what I would do if I had
But you
72
said you
women.
skated. You said.
Oh yeah,
did
even
that.
I would make an ice rink, and I would get Jesus to help build it because he's like a
Sure.
carpenter.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I would.
But
skate.
Jesus isn't in Muslim.
No,
heaven?
he's a recognized prophet of.
Oh, so he's there too?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
all Abrahamic religion.
Yeah. So Muhammad's just like the next motherfucker. Like,
Right.
as far as I know, in Islam, they don't think Jesus was the son of God, but they
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he was a legitimate kind of like
And
prophet.
They all it was all Old Testament, and then Jesus is the New Testament.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
The,
I got that.
The
It all branches
Quran is
off
after,
the Jews.
and then the
Jewish.
Talmud or whatever the fuck. Actually, I don't even
No,
know.
the Talmud was first, and
Yeah.
then there was the
That's
Christian Bible, and
That's
then there was
original
the Quran.
content,
right.
and then they
What's
did a
the-
remix,
the
a
Torah?
reboot.
Yeah.
Then they did a reboot, and then they did a revamp.
The Torah is
Right.
the Old Testament, right?
Yeah,
And the
Yeah.
Talmud is like some Pakistani Vedic shit, right?
couldn't tell you. Pakistani sounds wrong.
Okay.
but it was
Talmud.
probably like Aramaic or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, Jesus wasn't even real, so that's fine.
yeah.
He wasn't even a real person.
He's a rabbit.
Yeah, he was real. He was invented by Roman emperors to pacify Jews in revolt in Judea.
He's an amalgamation of.
But wait, back to this.
We actually went from new room massage.
Did you? Well, you had this.
Well, I
dumbass
feel
daydream.
guilty now. I want to go back and
I
confess.
thought you said you had Jesus, you had to bring Jesus into building your ice rink. So now
Yeah, my bad. So anyway, what would you do with 72?
72 versus. Well, Lex said he'd kill 2. How would you
So
kill?
now
him?
you got-
Would you just shoot 2 in the head? You shoot 1 in the head in front of like all these.
No, you would behead them with
Jesus.
that curved sword. Dude. You're in Muslim heaven.
Yeah.
Yo, when in Rome.
That's terrible. 72 versions. I don't know. I wouldn't even. I would be like, you guys go. Everyone has to go out and fuck somebody, and then
Get some practice.
Find me when you're ready to fuck.
Yeah.
Find me when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Start
I'm just gonna-
scissoring. I'll be back in half an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot of girls. I feel like that's a lot of women, and realistically, I would just set all of them that are everyone that's unhappy would just. Are they?
Yeah,
Are they
realistically,
tied
I
to
want
me?
to take. I'd like to talk to each one of them, find out if they want to be there or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to look around the place, see if I have do I get a mansion too?
Would it be
I mean,
cool?
is it just now I got to find a home for 77 women?
Right.
Right.
Like that's expensive stuff.
Right.
I know
I would-
we're in heaven, but I mean, just
I would find like 4 or 5 chicks, and then just have like a Dan Bilzerian type of fucking vibe, but just like with like a team of chicks, and then of course any chick
They
that's
could
like
rotate.
and a chick that's good at like social media or like marketing, I'd keep them, but maybe I wouldn't fuck them, but I'd put them on a.
we are talking about
My payroll.
eternity too. So
Yeah.
I'm keeping them
It's a
all
long
around.
time.
I'm already
you
down
killed
2 girls.
Right, right.
You know,
So you just wasted 2 of them.
Yeah, but by the way, I'm taking.
Now you
I'm
only-
going to go
now you only have
ugliest girl
70.
and prettiest girl, and that's what I do out of the whole lot of them. Ugliest girl and prettiest girl, both dead, and I'd be like, "See, it's not about looks here; it's about effort."
The
Where
That's very
where
nice.
do these girls come from? Like, did they die and now they're dead virgins?
That's what I'd like to know.
That's what I
Or is he like whipping up a fresh
is why
batch just for you?
When I watch
Yeah,
porn,
it's gotta
I
be
need to
a fresh
know that
batch.
they speak English. I want to understand them
Yeah,
to
no,
make sure they know.
They only speak Arabic and shit. That's,
Yeah, if they don't want to be, well, this is why I say I watch porn and make sure they speak English because I want to know that they really want to be there. I'm going to listen to their tone, inflection.
How old are these virgins?
So with those girls, I would want to know, hey, how'd you get here? What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, why didn't you get fucked when you're in high school or
yeah.
older? Like what happened?
Right.
That's weird.
Did you just let it go? Did you like get a backstory?
Right.
Right, understand what? Yeah, it's kind of weird. They never talk about.
So I love
where
how
these chicks
you
come
just
from.
murder 2 of them,
Yeah.
and then ask the rest of them, "Hey, how do you feel about being here after I just murdered?"
I wouldn't
Pimp
murder.
Yeah. You gotta keep them guessing. Yeah.
Horrible.
I would make it like Hunger Games and make them all kill each other, and only the last one standing would be able to marry me. That's what I would do.
That's a waste, man.
Yeah.
No,
My-
I'd
my-
fuck 'em
my-
all.
my
I'd
hockey
fuck
rink
'em- I'd
idea.
Fuck them all first.
Yeah.
But
And that's
afterwards-
the other thing is they're not.
They're all beautiful, but here's
What
the thing,
happens-
they
Yeah,
never
are
talk-
they all hot?
They don't talk about how they got there or where they're from or how beautiful they are or how old they are.
Yeah.
They never talk
they
about
just
what
say
happens when a
72
woman
virgins.
dies. You know,
No, they
like-
do. You
oh,
go.
what happens?
You get to be reunited with your husband.
Oh my God.
So he gets 72 bitches,
Is
and
that-
then you get him.
I feel like
so,
it's
so
just
so obvious
negate-
that a dude wrote this.
I know it feels so shitty. It's
Because
72,
Like
that's great.
right now, what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, is probably what the fucking dudes who wrote this thing were doing. Like, yo, wouldn't it be fucking sick? You know, it'd be even sicker, dude. 72
just willed it.
virgins.
yeah, I'd sign up for that. Yeah, I'd say I go.
Yeah, dude, totally.
And-
That
and-
would,
I
that's
don't
what
think-
got
but-
guys. Oh my god,
Also-
that's totally why they joined.
In their book, it's not that's not really in the book.
Well, there's some.
It's not.
There's
It's
just
some.
hinted at.
Con-
What do you mean?
because there's some Arabic is like it's subject to like regional differences and stuff.
Sure.
There's all kinds of different dialects and whatever, and the script is a bit weird. So
Yeah.
it might have been 72 raisins, but just the word kind of like they weren't sure.
Oh really?
And like you know
Fuck you can do with
there's
raisins?
dudes
Imagine
writing
That's
this
72
shit.
raisins.
You get set- that's a big difference from 72.
Right,
virgins,
exactly.
Which is the best. You go from the worst thing to like the best.
Raisins are
possible
pretty
thing for,
shitty too.
For a medieval Muslim dude, like
Maybe not even a full date. You
Pre-technology.
think that they get a date?
Yeah, at least.
just think about this. You're living in the fucking Stone Age. Basically, someone's like, "Hey man, when you die, if you die for me, or if you die as a follower of my religion, you get 72." Just fucking you see
Cousins.
the
You know those
fresh
cousins you want to
newborn
fuck?
chicks.
You know all those
Right.
cousins you want to fuck?
Nice.
Don't even, and then like that frees you up in this lifetime.
I
You
mean,
don't even gotta,
that's
you don't even gotta think about pussy this
A
lifetime.
little bit.
yeah, it was a little.
Everything that we've said up
me.
to this point,
Oh,
totally
that guy-
cool, but that was a little
Well,
problematic.
it surprised me. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
That's all.
That
I
guy's
usually
gonna get a
I like to
ton of
dance the line, but
Bill Maher had a decent joke about the 72 thing. He was like, you can tell it's 72 because it comes from like a bartering culture. Like, the guy was with guy going like, I want 100. No, I'll give you 50. Okay, well, how about 80, 60? No, all right, 72 deal.
70. How about 72?
72 cash now. Yeah. 72, but they're virgins. Oh,
you got yourself a deal.
There's a couple sluts in there originally, but they pulled all that.
72 virgins.
It's such a women get such a raw deal.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's because they should write their own religions.
That's a good point.
They should get on this shit. How come there are no women prophets?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great one. How come women didn't create any religion?
They probably tried and then they got called witches or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's like, men are pretty, they're like, no, we got this on lockdown.
Yeah.
You could stay right there. Where? Under us.
Yeah. We got this creating religions
Wow,
thing.
that's amazing. That is right.
Covered.
That's crazy.
It's weird how there hasn't been a new, what's the newest, Scientology, I guess?
There's new ones all the time. It's just how big
Because they don't catch on.
You just got to have the leader die. That's the good way, right?
It's kind of the difference between a cult and a religion is a couple hundred years.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
It's staying power.
Yeah.
That's what Christianity was.
Yeah.
It's weird to think like
this. Oh, I just learned about this. There's a religion that's happening now. This new religion, right? You know how lobsters can't die yet, right? Like they say that lobsters only die because somebody kills them.
So they don't die from old age.
Lobsters, they don't know of they have this certain protein or something. They don't die of old age. As of what science knows now, lobsters don't die of old age. Yes, and they'll just slowly get bigger.
They die
and bigger.
From fat New York dudes eat them and shit. We get a boss.
That's why it's extra mean to kill a lobster.
Yeah.
Wow, they live forever.
They're like elves. They're long. They're
lobsters are pretty awesome.
They're cool.
Hearing about them, like how they fight each other and shit like that. Anyway, and that's not the point. This is the point. There's a religion who now knows this, so they are going to create a Leviathan lobster. Like they're dedicating their thing to make this lobster live forever. And they're going to pass it on from generation to generation.
That's so cool.
And caretake it and see how big it can grow and make it into a god.
Do they? They don't grow indefinitely though.
Yeah, it'll just keep getting bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty sick as far as religions go. Do they have any other beliefs, or is it just this?
All hail lobster. I don't know. Butter on the side. I don't know.
And then at the end,
they hang out and eat garlic biscuits and shit.
Like 200 years later, they just eat it.
I don't know the plan.
And it feeds them. Wow. Well, they should do that with instead of one, they should make like a pantheon. Like this is the lobster god of the arts. And this is the god of...
make a couple?
Because they all live forever, so why don't they make...
And you're taking care of one giant lobster. You don't want him to be lonely. You just watch his friends all die.
Right, dude. So why don't you hang out... I bet you can get a lobster as big as this fucking table at the moment right now. That's the biggest I've ever seen. Yeah, something like that, for sure.
Lobsters this big.
Like something in the North Atlantic, like they're blue, because they're from such a deep fucking depth.
Scientists.
They're from
that's because they haven't been cooked yet either.
Yeah, that too. But they're they're blue and they're enormous. They're like fucking the size of this table. They're huge.
It's not a type of lobster. It's just that's the one that lived the longest. That's it.
That could have been, dude. I didn't even know how long lobsters live. I heard it was like 50 years.
No,
you just said.
I just told you. You were here for the conversation.
Forever, but there's no way that's
but they all end up getting killed because they live in the ocean and there's gangster shit in the
ocean.
ocean.
They're territorial and
they kill each other probably too.
They live forever.
They would. Theoretically, as of what scientists now know, they won't die.
They're like elves in Lord of the Rings. Like they can get killed, but if they don't get killed, they live forever.
If you were wouldn't you not go to war or anything if you were an elf then? Like, isn't it like you have way more to lose than a fucking man or a dwarf if you go to battle?
What are you talking about?
In Lord of the Rings.
Yo, just because you live forever, you have less to lose. You've been around for thousands and thousands of years. You don't give a fuck anymore.
So why would
you're bored. You're like, I just want to get out of the house. And
okay, I guess.
Yeah. The kids are annoying. This kid's 400 years old. He hasn't moved out.
So do you think there's lobsters that have voluntarily murdered themselves and like just let
I don't think
fat New York guy just fucking just chow down on his
eat me,
Chris?
He's like, fucking eat me.
So this is he's fulfilling the tradition of every single podcast, making an animal think like a human,
personified animal.
Yeah. So what are lobsters thinking?
Yeah. What do you think of a 400-year-old lobster?
Well, he's not aware that he's 400. Do you think?
Why not?
Is he?
Probably not.
I mean, I know he's. Here's the thing. He's sentient.
He knows he's a lobster.
He knows that he's loved and lost. Has he loved
Does he?
and lost?
What?
Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of lost and lobster girlfriends.
Justin, you asked for this. Just let him go.
Sure.
He's seen all types of fish and shit, turtles and shit fucking around him live and die.
Does he keep it in a little ledger?
Does he talk to them?
I don't know. Well, how do lobsters even live in the ocean?
They're like the fucking.
I don't like live by the beach. And
they're like the fucking cockroaches of the ocean.
They are.
They just eat
exactly
yeah.
So that's how they
live.
live.
Cave
they just eat the
That's
dead
how they
bullshit.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it kind of gross how we eat these things like shrimp and lobster. They're just like ocean insects.
That's why they used to be considered poor. They
Yeah.
used to be considered poor man's food.
Yeah, now it's like a
That was like
delicacy.
that when New York first opened, they had all these shit ton of lobsters, and that's what all the fucking peasants would eat. All the people.
They fed lobster to slaves back in the day, and then it turned into a delicacy.
Because
Once you know how to
make
cook
most
it,
money out of it.
you ever taste a good cooked lobster compared to like just you
it's all right.
doing it?
I'd still prefer to eat a chicken.
Oh
Man,
man,
I've had some ridiculously good cooked lobster.
Like I enjoy. I'll eat seafood and be like, yeah, this is fine. But I would much prefer to just have a steak or a
This
pork
is-
chop.
I
or
think
something.
Japanese people do seafood the best.
I think
Yeah, sushi
you're out
is
there.
dope.
That's like that's what I was. And I know it's like we don't always get to, but I literally had like $100 like lobster at no booze in LA,
Oh,
and
shit.
or maybe more, But I was just like, holy shit, this is worth it. Like I've had what I thought was decent lobster before, and I was just like not impressed. And then I was like, this is okay. I get it.
Because I've only had like
I don't. I probably
Did it
because I
fucking-
paid. I had to convince myself that I paid that much.
right,
For it.
right.
pinch your balls
So it's
and
like
shit.
placebo.
No, it was cooked properly. It wasn't. It was.
Isn't it? Did you pick it out of a tank before you killed it and ate it?
No, it was a high end restaurant. They just give you a good piece of meat. It was cool. It looked visually beautiful too and stuff. But I mean, I just remember the meat being like cooked, like where I was just like, oh, I get it. Like it was worth. I remember it. That's what good food is. Like when you pay, like that's one of those few things that I'll buy nice sneakers.
Right.
Because it's like comfort and you're wearing them all the time.
For years, yeah.
Yeah, and a good meal is, I think, totally worth it sometimes.
Yeah.
Where sometimes I used to be like, oh, I'd be just as full, but that's not the point. You get the memory, the experience, the smell, all that jazz.
100%.
Yeah, and usually you get laid afterward.
Yeah. I usually just eat
I
for
just try to-
fuel. Like sometimes, it is nice to go out to a nice restaurant.
But I've
Most of the time, I'm just like, I need to. It's like a chore
Well, I'll
almost.
throw this by you. I bet you could probably. What's your top 3 foods that you've eaten at a restaurant? I bet you could name them. Pretty
I've
easy.
had an amazing filet mignon steak at this place called The Keg in Ottawa. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then they have this like bacon wrapped scallops.
I've never had that.
Yeah.
What's a scallop taste like?
It's like
Dude, all those
seafood.
all those clams and shit. That's so gross to me. Oysters. And
They're,
shit.
they're not
That's
like
not-
that though. The
yeah.
scallop is more
like a
like
lobster. More like a.
It tastes like shrimp or lobster kind of.
But it's a little.
What does it look like?
But it's like a little fucking
White disc?
potato looking thing. It's like a
Is that how it
It's like a
looks
little
in-
marshmallow thing.
Where is it in nature? Where is it? Is it in
Oh,
the
it's-
shell?
it's a shell.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a shellfish, but it's not like an oyster.
Oh, it's not like in a clam.
No.
Clams are fucking gross. Clams and oysters, dude. Like, I've never gotten that. I've never been able to fuck with those.
I like
And
snails.
then the second best is a $5 shawarma from this place called Shawarma Station.
Yeah, totally.
And then the third is probably like a Big Mac or something.
Like,
You got it.
dude, I'm a dude. Like, I'm not like. There's some people that love to just
I'm not
go to
being
new
serious.
places.
I know.
Like a euro, dude. Like some euro. A euro, I would kill for a fucking euro.
Yo, dude,
Or cheesy beef.
Do you call them euros?
I call them euros.
I call them
Chicago.
gyros
Me
because
too,
I just
gyros.
don't want to be a douche,
Yep.
but I know they're supposed to be euros.
Are they really? I'm from Chicago.
That's why I
what
call
I'm
them
saying.
gyros. I know. I heard Chicago. They call them euros.
Yeah,
Because
they got
that's
a
what
lot
they're
of
act-
free
that's
And
what
I
they're
think-
actually
like,
called.
like the currency in Europe.
But I gotta.
A shawarma's better than a euro, though.
Nah,
Dude, the best
I don't
shawarma.
think so.
Nah.
Oh, dude.
I like lamb, dude. That lamb meat?
I'm team gyro.
Then you haven't had the best shawarmas.
I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna. I'm not. But
I've had a lot of.
I've had a lot of street gyros.
Yeah. See, like, you can get a shitty shawarma where, like, the ones on, like, Khao Road, that's more like a fucking kebab, and it's shitty.
Yeah.
Those suck.
But if you get, like, with the pickled turnips and the pickles and the garlic
I don't like
sauce,
those turnips.
you don't like fucking...
I don't like those
Vegetables.
turnips.
You don't like food.
Yeah.
No,
You
I
don't
like.
like
I like
fruits.
when I get my
You like
shawarma.
things fried.
When I get
You
my
like-
shawarma, I don't get any pickled radishes or any of that
You
shit.
eat
on
like
it.
a 8-year-old. Like,
No, I eat like a fucking man. I'm not a little rabbit. I'm not just gonna eat radishes and shit. I'm a little fucking. I eat this.
so that's why you don't like fruit, because fruit are like pussy food.
No, I don't know. I think I told you.
Fucking, I'm not gonna eat a strawberry.
I don't
like
like
a bitch.
fruit because, well, first off, it's because it's
You
fruit.
are you-
Because I
because
know
you are what you
I
eat.
ain't fruity, dude. I ain't no fruity ass dude that likes fruit.
Yo,
Stupid.
Nah,
a lot of this type of shit, manly shit. It's really
So
this is part of the reason why we die younger
Yeah,
than
like no vitamins.
because we go like,
Die.
yo, I'm not eating this pussy ass food.
I love Thailand too. Their fruit here is so dope, man.
Yeah,
I just had
it's
a
amazing.
custard apple. It's goddamn delicious.
Yeah, it's great.
It's amazing.
Fruit is.
I wish we had that
as a
more.
kid.
Why are we not? Is it so hard to eat?
Ugh.
Yeah,
It's so
just
hard to peel.
like
It's delicious.
It's amazing how you can just 15 baht. Here's a giant bag of pineapple.
Yeah.
Have you ever had bad fruit here?
Sure,
Yeah,
when it's like
Gross.
a little
Unripe.
old,
But it's like, have you ever
or if it's not ripe
you ever
yet.
seen like fruit in nature
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
And it's like, ew,
Dude,
gross.
wild strawberries are
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Wild blueberries.
Up in Canada, right? That's
There's
all you
tons
do all
of-
summer.
Yeah,
Just walk
yeah,
around picking berries.
Yeah.
No, I've never done that. That's
Yeah.
so gross.
We had a raspberry bush in my backyard, and we had a mulberry tree.
I mean, if you kill an animal and then eat its meat, that's totally different. But like, if you, like, I don't know, I could never see a fruit on a tree and be like, To me, I don't want to eat it.
It's because you're like
It's gross.
not. You're a
Healthy.
weird
You're not
kind of
healthy.
human. like you haven't been. You're not like in touch with nature enough.
You haven't been hungry.
So you're just like you're from Bangkok.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're from a very like kind of unnatural environment, and you've always just had like I don't know
McDonald's available.
Yeah,
Stigmatized fruit.
real.
No, I told you
real
right.
food.
It was because I think I smelled a lot of really gross fruit growing up as a
Yeah,
kid.
like fucking
and like, dude,
durian and shit.
like the grossest. Oh, just fruit is so gross here.
Are lobsters the only animal that we're aware of that has that?
That I know of. It's like when they study like a spider, you know how they make that or the silkworm like makes whatever makes the strongest thing. They try to analyze whatever the fuck's going on with that animal to try to remake the strength of that tensile strength, right?
Right.
They're studying the lobster because they know that this thing just doesn't.
Because like,
What the fuck?
couldn't we somehow like isolate the gene and then make ourselves live forever?
That's what they're
Somehow,
trying. That's
yeah.
what they're trying to do. Sure.
Yeah, but
There's a type of shark that lives like
Forever.
like
Yeah, super long.
they found it's like in the Arctic,
Yeah.
and it's like mad deep, and it's this fucking like weird looking shark,
But
and,
do
and
they-
it's like 800 years
what's it
old.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird looking. It's
Yeah, they call it. I forget.
goblin shark, maybe? No, it's not goblin shark.
The amount of damage that humans would do if we lived like 400 years.
Yeah, we'd have to stop having new people.
It depends how many times you can make babies.
No, but I don't think those people who live. Think about the accumulation of wealth and stuff like that. You know, like all that stuff. Like it would just be like I almost don't think we'd ever have anybody be able to live forever unless they were able to figure out how to balance out.
Yeah,
economy.
because like if you're 1,000 years old, you have a huge advantage,
Yeah.
financially speaking.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've been trading Bitcoin for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the guy that's won, he gets to be 1,000 one day too. You know, he gets the same chance.
But then there's such a divide that it's like, how the fuck do you catch up?
I mean, if you have to be poor for like 900 years and you
Yeah,
make
that
it
would
in your
suck.
100th year,
blow your brains out.
900th year, that'd be
Yeah.
shit.
Imagine.
But people would still. But here's the thing:
But life still, you still will. It's life.
people, dude. There's fucking. You watch the Paralympics. There's a guy. He's a swimmer, and he's like, you know, he's got
no legs.
He's got no
no
body.
arms.
He's got no
Yeah.
body. He's just a head with some
Yeah,
legs,
yeah.
with one leg,
Yeah.
and he's still. Not only does he have the will to survive, he's got the will to compete and say, "I'm the best fucking.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
And
Whatever the fuck."
one-legged.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. Life
Yeah.
finds a way to just stick in there. And
I was watching wheelchair basketball too because the Paralympics are on right now, and it's cool.
Yeah.
And then
go ahead, say your
the
whole.
man I
Yeah.
used to be.
I don't know why they
Go on and say your
net,
horrible thing.
The net is still at the same height, and so I was watching this with my girl, and I was like, you know what's more fun to watch?
Real
Just normal basketball.
Yeah.
And then she got all mad, and I was like, well, it's true.
But well, you know here's the thing about basketball. Remember they used to have a slam ball with the trampolines?
That shit is
Dude,
sick.
that shit was so sick. And
That's
like,
how half those guys got into the Paralympics.
to me, that's like, how come that didn't stick around? Because to me, that's
It
like,
looked pretty amazing.
That was, you were literally fly from the 3-point line and slam dunk it over like two dudes.
They were going to get hurt. That's fine.
Yeah,
I
totally.
mean,
But
it looks,
there's-
especially
people
the
are doing
violent, because that was also you were
Yeah, they
allowed
were
to
like-
tackle in
yeah.
the air.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
They had like elbow pads and shit,
Yeah.
and they would like you're allowed to defend.
physically.
You're like it's like if you're in the air, you're allowed to hold your ground or
Yeah.
whatever. So you just slam this guy.
That is such a
Pretty
cool
sick to
fucking-
watch.
How come we like? Are you? It seems like you can't start a new sport. It seems really hard to start a new sport.
It is like think of what's the
newest sport.
newest team sport that
Cool.
actually
Basketball, probably, right?
Korfball.
Well, korfball is out there.
But
who
basketball's
even
like
knows
over
about it?
100 years old, isn't it?
Close to it, yeah.
It was actually a Canadian dude,
You ever
James
seen
Naismith.
right?
They had that volleyball on a trampoline, that small thing. It's about this big, and people hit the ball. You ever see that thing?
Yeah.
That's in
with
the
their heads?
I saw it on like Shark Tank, but I've then also seen people play it on a beach.
They have like parkour tag.
Oh, I've
Which
seen
is
that.
kind of cool.
BattleBots.
How do you not just run into a fucking
I'm a fan
bar
of
and just fuck your
BattleBots.
face up? BattleBots is pretty interesting.
It's not really a sport though.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make it though. but,
BattleBots
you know?
are dope.
Yeah, and then there's like fucking competitive gaming.
Yeah.
Dude.
But like a new team sport that has a league where the players make millions of dollars.
You know what's
They
a
know
cool
they-
video game?
I'll
Speed
call it
run.
right now.
You ever see speed runs?
Yeah,
It's
is
a
that
real
that shit where
popular-
you're like jungle run?
Whatever.
Oh no, you just do like Super Mario, but like as fast
as you can.
Yeah, that
It's
shit
just
is
good.
pretty
And
sick.
you have to know all the codes and stuff, so everybody has cheat codes.
Yeah.
I think the next shit that's gonna take over is like drone sports, shit with drones and shit. Like there's already drone racing.
No, they do have that.
But
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
like
BattleBots,
manned drone.
but it'll be like
Oh, like Boston Technotics, those like dog
drone
things.
battles, dude. I know like two drones fuck each other up.
Yeah,
in
they
the
could
air.
do.
Or
They could do actual like
Actual
if you're
people.
on the drone and then you fucking play some kind of like 3D.
yeah, it's gonna be some kind of aerial sport. And like you know how they have those like what are those things? Those hoverboards on from the ocean too. They have those with the tubes that go in the water and they use I think jet energy. I don't know what the fuck they use. Water propulsion.
Well, there's like
to
a
keep
weird
themselves-
hose, so it's like it's water.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's like a jet
But
water
that
engine.
like that should be. How come those aren't more popular? Those should be everywhere.
Those things are sick.
Those
How
are
about
so sick.
How about like
what
you
the
know
fuck?
they have airsoft, right? Airsoft, and which is pretty dope, right? But why don't we make that into war?
They do. They have a thing. Actually.
No, but like we all agree, like
There, no more real killing.
Yeah.
Now we play paintball.
yeah,
Oh, that's pussy
Yeah.
shit.
yeah. It's like all right, I'm out.
Yeah,
And
but-
like, well, thank you for your service.
Yeah. Then everyone would.
But nobody like
The stakes
Then
aren't
people
high
don't-
enough.
people
would have
don't
too
agree
much
to
fun.
that. Yeah.
People would have too much fun.
Stakes aren't high enough. It's like we
Yeah,
need people to
stakes-
die
yeah,
for us to.
people
bring
Well, I
out
always
something.
thought it would be like
Ball.
cool to just have. Okay, so there's a war. All right, your president and our president
Fight.
They
Yeah.
have a boxing match.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they fight to the death.
I like
that'd be
Native
sick.
Americans. They would do lacrosse, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just
But
go
but that
around.
wasn't that was like battle training. So they would play intense fucking games of lacrosse where people would die and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
field-
it
that's
was
what I'm saying.
like,
The
but it was
fields
like,
were-
but they would do that within their own tribe,
Yeah.
and it was like war games in preparation for actual.
So
battle.
what if we do something like that where it's just like, all right, the possibility of death might be there, but that's not the intent, you know?
Right? Yeah.
But we really want to
like Wipeout or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Every president has to go through. Every world leader president has to do a Wipeout obstacle course, and whoever makes it the furthest without.
Well, then you would start voting for people that are good at sports.
Dude, hell yeah! But that's how. I mean, why the fuck? Why as well? Because as long as corporations can buy them out, then what's the difference? Really?
I just wish I just would love to have to do the same like SAT test, or I want to do the same test as whatever president. And if I win, you don't win.
Right.
so
That's all.
it should be the smartest person.
At least
But the
smarter
smartest
than-
person might not have the best social skills.
Sure.
right?
But that's what's fucked up about democracy.
Yeah.
Is whoever wins is usually it's a weird type of person who wants to become a politician.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you think about like America, 300 million people in this fucking country,
50.
and you have like astronauts
Yeah.
and like crazy like intelligent scientists and like the sickest athletes.
Yeah, dude.
And then you watch the people that actually are in like the presidential debates, and they're not
Pathetic
impressive
humans.
people at
No.
all.
No.
And it's like, shouldn't it be like it should be like watching the NBA dunk contest
Yeah.
of like amazing people.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it should
then
be-
this
yeah.
guy invented an element.
Yeah.
And then this guy, he's been to space 58 times. And
Yeah.
they're like, this chick.
This guy was 3-time MVP. You all know him, Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah.
We're like Shaq.
Yeah,
Right.
It's got to be a sick dude. Like that's what it should be, and that's what it would. That's what it would be if this was ancient times. Like The Rock would
Yeah.
be the fucking king.
This
of
guy
America.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
right.
This guy
the
was the
sickest
mayor
dude.
of blah 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 buttfuck that ruined
Yeah.
everything. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
this guy was the sheriff of Nottingham.
Right.
It's like whatever nonsense.
Yeah. Sheriff of
Dumb
Nottingham.
shit.
Whatever. I'm just saying they're all
Robin Hood.
This guy's been a career. This guy's been sitting on his ass for 40 years in the
Yeah.
in,
This guy's
Congress.
never had a real job in
Done
his
shit.
entire life.
His parents raised him. He was rich as fuck. He was born rich, and he never had to really work for anything.
Yeah.
But it's because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
people that
Yeah.
it's like you said, the people that would actually make good leaders
Don't want to do it.
aren't interested in it.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said The Rock would
And
be a
they-
sick leader.
Right. No. But earlier, you were like, they don't have the politician's skills.
Yeah, right.
But
That's
but
true.
even that, like Obama was good at talking
would you really
and getting
want-
the crowd going.
would you
Trump
really-
is good at getting the crowd going.
That's a
But
big
you
part
listen
of
to
it.
most politics. You ever listen to like a Hillary Clinton speech? It's awful.
Not for the women.
Yeah, she's
not for
terrible.
white women.
No, it's
No, but she's
it's
not
not clever
saying
and
women
predictable.
can't be amazing at
No, I'm
speeches.
saying-
I'm saying Hillary
No,
Clinton
I'm
is
saying
awful.
for the women who are listening to it.
Yeah.
They were empowered by it.
because I guess because she just panders.
Easy to impress.
But like, Bill Burr rants about that. It's like
No,
it's
but
so
you're right.
easy to kill in front of a crowd that's on your side politically.
Yeah, but that's what their job is, right? They're going to
Yeah.
tell you all the things you want to hear,
Right.
Yep.
and then they're going to try to see what they could get done.
And they do.
But the truth is, they don't anymore. That's
It's stupid. Yeah, you might as well not even give speeches because they do everything the opposite
Yes.
of what they say anyways. So
Yeah.
what are we really listening to here? We're just listening to this person.
It would be kind of
Democracy's
sick.
dead.
It would be kind of sick for The Rock to be president.
I'd vote for The Rock. I'd also vote for Kanye.
I'd vote for The Rock. I'd vote for. I don't give a fuck. We already went through
Yeah.
Trump. I'm sure
Yeah,
that whatever. I'm sure if The Rock went in, like the media would turn on him.
Yeah.
And he would be a fucking asshole.
No, but he could say the
Somehow.
funniest shit. Like, we're gonna
we're gonna be
take your
upset.
ass down Know Your Role Boulevard.
No, you're.
Take that shit, stick it sideways, and stick it straight up. You can't be ass.
Yeah.
Smell what America's cooking.
Smell what The Rock is cooking.
You're here talking to me about a peace deal, and I don't even know what your name is. What is your name?
Well, he's not gonna.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Well, The Rock won't do WWE. He would do 54-year-old Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's going to do the current where he's all about like
Wakes
fucking
up in the morning,
family and
he's-
love and like blending fruits
And
then
then Kevin Hart would be his like press secretary or his vice
Yeah,
president.
that's what it'd be, and it would do.
Step up to the
Here's the thing.
podium,
That's
do a
what's
couple
next.
steps up.
That's what's
Yeah,
next.
he's got a
Right?
double podium.
Yeah.
So we can't industrialize the military anymore because that's been caught up basically. So like they can do it, but it's not gonna last forever. So now they're gonna industrialize the political arena with celebrities and then make TV out of it, and then that's
That's
be
what
how
it is
they-
now. Yeah.
Now that's how they'll industrialize shit in the future because
It's-
we're an entertainment.
It would be
country.
nice if you guys, somebody cool showed up
But
that
that's-
was actually, I don't know, just
but that's the
not
thing.
that I believe that any president really makes all that big of a difference. Because I got really disillusioned with Obama because his speeches were so dope and he was saying he was going to change everything.
Yeah.
Then he comes in and he's basically the same as Bush.
Right.
But at least on the world stage, he like sounds good and is impressive.
Right, and that's enough.
And you guys are due for at least somebody who's like good at talking.
Yeah, totally.
Trump is great at talking. Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah, if you're
awesome.
No, he's awesome at bullshitting,
If you're
but
retarded
it's
for
devoid of
So
actual
is Obama.
substance.
That's exactly what
No.
you said about Obama right now.
No, it's there's a distinction there.
No.
Trump is like Obama's speeches
Eloquent, sure.
are actually filled with information and historical references, and they're well written, and they show intelligence, and there's a coherent argument being made.
No, he's just selling
And-
the bullshit more.
Yeah, he sells it
No,
well though. He
but I'm
sells
saying
it,
it's
sells it
it's
polished.
but
It's
it's
polished
better.
bullshit.
But there's
I
actual
don't care. You put a
substance.
little shit in my sandwich, it's still a shit sandwich. I
But,
don't want to eat it.
but Trump would repeat himself like 3 times.
Sure.
And he didn't even say anything the first time.
Yeah.
And he's just like freestyling.
Yep.
So he's an amazing bullshitter.
Yeah.
But I need higher quality bullshit than
That's what
that.
you want.
Yeah.
But you can't say that he wasn't a good speaker.
He can sell.
Yeah, he was a seller.
I don't think that he's a
one of
good.
the best-
I don't think that he's a good speaker, though.
You know who's
like
good at
he's not
selling?
good at speeches in the same way that fucking like.
No, he's
Obama
a
was.
comedian.
You know who
He's a
was good at
stand-up
selling
comic.
is
He's
Bush.
riffing.
George Bush, dude. George Bush in another life would have been a great.
Yo, George
comedian.
Bush is mad fucking funny.
George Bush.
Do you remember?
Good
picture.
Do you remember? Do you remember the Iraqi press conference
he threw
where
a
the
shoe
dude
at him?
threw both shoes at him, but he was smiling and he kind of dodged him,
hilarious.
and he was waiting for the.
I do
Funny
think
guy.
I think Bush thought it was a joke the whole time,
Yeah.
man. He's just like, I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm
Guy's
fucking
a man.
doing. Can't
We got
believe
a
they
saying-
made. I can't believe they made me do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the other thing.
There's
Dad
a-
was the head of the CIA. He's
There's
just
a-
like running the Texas Rangers, and all of a sudden he's the president.
There's a saying.
He didn't want to do that
There's a
shit.
saying. There's a saying in Tennessee and in Texas, and I mean,
Kick
it's
some-
probably in Tennessee. It's fool me once, shame on me, shame on you.
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Shame
Shame
point
on
is
you.
you
You
can't
can't
ain't
do
gonna
that.
get fooled again.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Fool me twice, boy.
You're
You
not
ain't gonna
gonna
fool me again.
Yeah.
I love
Great.
that. Dude, he was so fucking stupid.
I say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me
Yeah.
3 times, leave me alone, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I think
Guys
he
are
was
being
a.
shitty.
I think he was. I don't know, man, because his dad was like the head of the fucking CIA.
Yeah.
Right. So
Running
he's like,
Iran Contra shit.
bro,
They're
he
just
was
like
he was just in it, and he was in the know.
That was during
And
Bush,
they
the
just-
Contra shit?
they're
I
like,
thought
yo,
that was
we need
during
a-
Reagan.
that was when George Bush was either vice president or the head of the CIA.
It's like, yo, we need someone to.
Oh,
be
but Reagan was president.
Reagan was president.
Yeah, when Bush Senior.
Carter
Hey,
was-
should we wrap this up?
Yeah, speaking of
I thought
Bush,
that's
I
what we're
gotta
doing. We were
go-
right in.
gotta go trim my.
Speaking of Bush,
Speaking of Bush,
I miss the Bush years.
Do we want to wrap up right now?
yeah, we
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
go.
I gotta bounce.
All right, I would love to just speaking of George Bush, I'd love to just what's it called? Contain you guys like fucking.
Hey, listen,
like it's
mission
Guantanamo.
accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show accomplished.
Mission accomplished. This is the San Diego. This is the flight deck of the aircraft carrier in San Diego. Mission accomplished for today. The Raw Comedy Podcast.
The Bush Doctrine.
All right, good. We're gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time here on the
Raw Comedy
Comedy
Podcast.
See you next time.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate your support. Brought to you by Bangkok's weekly open mic and home for stand-up comedy.